Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Break it down. Degenerate into something fool. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. That's a brace, boy. Yeah, that's a brace, little man. Break it down. Degeneration up. Degeneration. You think you can tell me what to do? Know who you're talking to? Well, you better get used to the way the ball bounces. I see what you got, it measures in ounces. But that's a brace, boy. Yeah, that's a brace, little man. Break it down. Degeneration up.
Welcome in, everybody, to a Wednesday night edition of the show. Joe Quills here with you. Sans headset tonight because we're not going to be long tonight. Just wanted to touch base with you guys, let you know that I'm alive and all that stuff here. So welcome in, everybody. And I'm also in the backup computer spot tonight, or the spot that Mike will sit here on Monday night. So, still got a lot of work to do here. I'm thinking putting something behind the wall here, something behind the wall where I would normally sit. So little things I'm going to be doing this weekend on top of everything else that I have planned in my mind, and also going to a high school function. The guys that we went to high school together were having a function at a friend's house that Sunday. So, but feel free to chime in with anything that you have here tonight as we talk here quickly. Well, I shouldn't say quickly, but you get the idea. But I only got 3 topics here because I really didn't prep too much for this tonight because work really kicked my ass today. I mean, tomorrow's the full moon, and let me tell you, everybody was acting normal. So, so we'll. You see the things there. The loophole was fixed for a 12-man penalty. Comments about Brianna Stewart there. And it's basically the same comments I have with anything like this. At least I would think. And we'll also talk about Russell Wilson. If I have to grab my headset, I will. But just a quick touching base here. We're a little late tonight, but that's okay. I am a team player, believe it or not, and Bleacher Brothers ran long at 7 o'clock tonight, and for good reason because they were promoting a charity event that Rebet is that we are going to help out with Rebet and all that. So we are going to. I will tell you about Rebet in a little bit, and the money that we get will go to the charity. And I forgot to write the name of the charity down, but it's for like a kids charity and all that. So we'll just checking here because I'm doing things a little bit differently tonight because since I'm on this computer here, I'm using my iPad as um, uh, my guide here. So a little bit of everything here, a little bit different here. I'm trying different things out here, especially with this temporary setup. I'm saying that with finger quotes because of the fact that until we get Mike his new computer, I have an idea what I want to get him so we can stream on Monday nights. Him at uh, his apartment, me in Studio 213 here. But until then, he'll come over here on Monday nights. There is a Monday coming up that he's not going to be there, and I'll be flying solo. but that's okay as well. So, and I probably should have used my computer chair here tonight because I can tell that I'm really low tonight in the camera, and I can also tell I got a huge head. So don't remind me about that either. So let's get to it here tonight, and first of all, the Mets are up. The Mets are losing 4-0 to the Dodgers. I almost said the Mets were up 4-0, but that's because the New York Liberty, or the Liberty Bibbities as I call them, they're a win away from winning the WNBA title. They won in Minnesota 80-77. Sabrina Ionescu hit a 3-pointer from the logo, from what I heard, from what I've read, but but little things there. So just to let you guys know, we are kind of keeping track of that as well. So a lot going on here, and and I'm going to show you. Let me see something here because I may be able to do a stupid. Let me see if I can pull it up here because I'll get it ready for now. Uh, yes, yes. I will be doing a stupid shit I saw segment, and just a fun way to make fun of a former Philadelphia 76er as well. So hope everybody's doing well out there, and um, hopefully you guys aren't too upset that I started so late tonight. But it happens. And I am a team player here, and some people say, "Oh, Joe was never a team player; it was always about him." But no, sometimes you do grow up, and you realize, hey, you know, for the team, I could say for the brand, but that's something that um, Barstool and Pat McAfee say. So for Bleacher Brothers, and I'm always up for criticism as well, as long as it's constructive. If it's just asinine, I just don't want to hear it. But let me just do one thing here. We'll get started here. You know, the big story, if you want to call it a big story, um, is I changed the colors there because Philly season's over. So that's good enough. Okay, so yesterday we talked about Oregon and Dan Lanning pulling a Bill Belichick type move where he purposely had 12 guys on the field, and they ended up getting a 5-yard penalty, but they made sure that Ohio State didn't complete the pass. They had 6 seconds left. They couldn't kick a field goal. They scrambled and they pulled a Dak Prescott, and the game was over. We know what happened. And I told you last night, if this was Tulsa and Temple playing this game, and that happened, nobody would give a shit because who gives a shit about Temple football? Who gives a shit about Tulsa football? I doubt uh, Tulsa University of Tulsa. I doubt they are worried about football. I know Temple isn't worried about football. I mean, look at the crowds at Temple University games, and you know they'll jack up the attendance to make it look good and say that it's like 12, 15,000. No, there's probably about 32 people in the whole stands that actually pay for tickets. Uh, but if it was Temple in Tulsa, or if it was Middle Tennessee and Kennesaw State, nobody would care that 12 guys were on the field. But because it was number 2 versus number 3, and it was prime time, and ratings are probably through the roof, it's like, we got to do something about this because this could potentially cost a team a chance at a playoff berth, especially now since it's 12 teams. Even though I think we can pretty much put in ink that Oregon will be there and Ohio State. They just may not be in a position where they expected to be at the beginning of the year. Um, but the NCAA is closing the loophole used by Oregon this past Saturday to shave time off the game clock at the end of Saturday's win. Um, Now, the new rules interpretation was released today, and and it was how to handle the penalty for 12 players on the field for the final 2 minutes of each half. And if a defense has 12 players and actively participates in the down, the offense can choose, along with a 5-yard penalty, to have the game clock reset to the time that had been displayed at the snap. Now, there may be some problems here if you think about it because, well, then again, you have replay, so you can review this and review time and everything and be like, well, they snapped it at 1:11, let's say. And, the other team will say, no, it was 1:09. I'm like, we're going to the video anyway, so we'll see. But I'll tell you what, they don't, I don't see anything wrong with this rule, but, it's like some of the Bill Belichick stuff that they did there. Chef Tom is watching on the Bleacher Brothers YouTube. At least I think that's Bleacher Brothers YouTube. Welcome in, Tom. Tom has a great golf show with Frank, who sometimes is my co-host on Also Eligible. Give them a watch at 9 o'clock on Wednesdays on the Bleacher Brothers networks, or the platforms as I call them, and they give you some great golfing tips. They are looking at the Shriners this week, and I was too busy getting ready for my show to make notes of the wagers, but they do hit, and give them a follow on Wednesday nights on the Bleacher Brothers networks. They're on YouTube, on Facebook, and they really do kick ass on that golf show, and it's entertaining, and you'll be chuckling for the first moment that they crack the opening video because they do some slapstick video, not slapdick, slapstick, where you see people driving into a sand trap with their carts, or putting the ball and putting the golf ball, and it ends up into the water. Those goofy things that will make you laugh, but except if you were the guy or gal that was actually doing that. So, but I have to set up some more alerts on my Facebook, not on my Facebook, Jesus Christ, on my golf fails, and some of them are so funny, and they're even funnier than some of my bad jokes. Like, I told a really bad one that I won't say here, that I said at the end of the Bleacher Brothers show tonight. I won't say that because I want to host on these platforms next week, because some people will just take it the wrong way, and it was about the guy from One Direction that died. So, but I won't get into that. But give them a follow. Actually, follow the Bleacher Brothers YouTube, because the Bleacher Brothers YouTube is where that show is on, and maybe we can get them figured out where they can do the Bleacher Brothers Twitch, because I have been moderating that Twitch. Now, granted, there really hasn't been much going on there in terms of people, because the one thing is with Twitch, you do get the spammers every once in a while. And I got a couple of mods that handle my Twitch for me, but I handle the behind the scenes, deleting any posts there, but we haven't had any yet. So thankfully, knock on wood, but I'm trying to help AJ grow that, grow the Twitch side as well. So, and Tom says there was no issues with Twitch night, issues with Twitch. Voltaire, welcome in. And as you can tell, Voltaire, I do have those. I do have some of those commands set up now. So, so you have problems with Twitch. I probably could figure it out. It's not. I just haven't streamed to Bleacher Brothers Twitch yet. That'll probably be next week. So, but yeah. And the Dodgers are winning tonight, and finally waking up Shohei. Shohei woke up, thank the Lord. Yeah, and as long as they beat the Mets, that's all I'm worried about. Because I know there's a couple of friends that I have that are Mets fans, and um, I mean the Dodgers are the better team easily, but with the way baseball has been the last few years, you definitely do not have the best team winning at the end of the year. You have the hottest team, and sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad, and it's bad when you have a team with 80 some wins that barely got in, but it is what it is. So, but I mean, I have my theories of what they need to do to change the playoff format. It's not adding teams or anything like that, but that's a topic for another day. So, but when it came to this 12-man penalty that Oregon had, even Dan Lanning admitted on Monday that he purposely used 12 guys on the field, and it's a Belichickian type move, and always thinking a step ahead of everybody else, and good for him for thinking that. But unfortunately, he won't be able to use it again. But what happened was just before the ball was snapped, Oregon defensive back Dante Manning walked onto the field, giving the Ducks an extra defender. Ohio State failed to complete the pass. Uh, yeah, Chef Tom's giving me a bunch of shit now, and that's the great thing. You can do that here, and I will respond. Um, Tom, I am not in my normal spot because on Monday nights, I have a friend that comes over here. We do the show together on Monday nights, and I have like one of those um, dual stands where you can have two monitors at the same time, and I do have um, I do have two headsets, and it's the only place I could have had it in this apartment. So I have, of course, I have the pharmacy back there, and I got water bottles, and I got a radio back there, and I got rug cleaner. I have a little bit of everything back there. It's just that work has been killing me, mentally the last few days, and it's like I just need to do nothing for a little bit. So yeah, but you can make fun of me. I don't give a shit. You know, I know that was I know that it was from here. So he's joking around. We're having fun with that, and there's no ill will involved. But going back to this Oregon story here, and feel free to chime in about this. Um, so they got so Oregon had the 12-man penalty, illegal substitution. It was a 5 yard penalty. 4 yards were taken off the clock. Our Ohio State quarterback Will Howard scrambled and the play ended. So you did have a clock running down. But what they're going to do now is in the final 2 minutes, if you had 12 men on the field and all 12 participate, whereas they will give leniency if the 12th guy was trying to get off the field and couldn't get off the field in time. So you do have that. But you got to give Dan Lanning credit because this is something that he knew was something that he was going to do, and it's just that because it happened in a nationally televised game, a close game, you know, um, you know, it's just that okay, we need to close this loophole before everybody else exploits it. So, I mean, good for Dan Lanning for thinking outside the box, but unfortunately, he won't be able to use it again. So, but both those teams should be in the playoffs. Um, whether one of them actually gets the bye for being the conference champion, we'll see. But be interesting to see what happens with that. So, um, now before we get to the next story here, I do want to tell you about Rebet. And Rebet is a fun app here. It's a social sports betting app. It's available in most states. I believe it is available. Yeah, it is available in Florida because AJ uses it. Duh. And if you're unsure what state is available, it's in. Let me know. I will help you out that as well if you wanted to. But it's a social app and it's also gambling. And if you were to sign up right now, I'm going to get you guys the link. I'm going to spam that in the different chat rooms here that I have set up here tonight. And also, Also, um, you can follow me, you can follow AJ, you can follow everybody here at Bleacher Brothers, you can follow Chef Tom even. Um, you know, the Bleacher Brothers is using that app, and they're using it um, especially for the um, the bleacher bets. So I have shared the app. I did share that to all the different uh, all the platforms that I'm using tonight. So if you click on that, you can sign up. And if you sign up and if you have an iPhone, just fill everything in. You'll be ready to go. If it asks you for a code, it's Bleacher Brothers. If you have an Android phone, you do have to use the code Bleacher Brothers, because I did help somebody out with that the other night. So make sure you use the code Bleacher Brothers, and new users get a 100% deposit match up to $100. So you put in 100, you get 100 back. You get 50, you put in 50 like I did, you get an extra 50. And there's also coins as well. So you don't have to bet with money. I mean, because the first half of the month is usually tight on money. What I do is I've been betting with the coins, and I built up some of the coins over the last couple of weeks between a deposit and also winning wagers that way. But I started to get on the cold streak. That's fine, but I still have a bunch of coins there. You can keep yourself sharp. Hey, I like let's say you like the Dodgers tonight. I don't have any money in the account, but let me use those coins. You can do that. Also, there's another great feature with Rebet. You can have a gentleman's wager with another member on Rebet. Let's say you're a Mets fan and you wanted to say, "Screw you, Joe. I like the Mets tonight," and I would say, "No, screw you. I like the Dodgers." We can go head to head, and think of it as the um, think of it as the movie Trading Spaces when they had the gentleman's wager, the two crusty old guys. Think of it like that. But it's more than $1, obviously. But and I should have had $1 of prop to go. But but seriously, you could bet head to head. Rebet facilitates that wager with no added fees taken out, and the winner gets that money. So it's a fun app. It's for 18 and over, and also 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a gambling problem. And also if you do end up signing up, let me know so I can get credit for it. Also, as well, if you do this between now and Thanksgiving, we are giving the proceeds to charity. So, and I forgot to write the name of the charity down. It's a part of the show that it was on the Bleacher Brothers show. I will make a note of it tonight because one, I'm a dumbass, and hopefully Rebet will allow me to call myself a dumbass. So, but anyways, Rebet, $100 match, 100% match up to $100, and it's the partnership that we have, newest partnership that we have, and check it out, and tell them that I sang it. Even though there's nobody to tell it to, but you get the idea. So, Rebet is our uh, sports book of choice here with Bleacher Brothers. Uh, so that I wanted to touch base on here. Now, one thing you could have did tonight is you could have played the WNBA game between New York and Minnesota, and Minnesota did end up. New York did not end up winning by 3. They're on the brink of winning their first championship, but um, I do want to mention this because I want to give you my opinion of this. And, I know a lot of people are saying, I don't give a shit about the WNBA. Now, it's a little bit of WNBA. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I also want to get a little political without getting too political, if you know what I mean. Because, the last thing I want to do is talk about Trump versus Harris and this and that, because the great thing is this year, somehow, I have not dealt with too many people that are bitching and moaning about everything. hijacking my posts on Facebook, for example. I did have a clown that did that 4 years ago, I think it was, and I blocked his ass. So, but we are a political free zone for the most part. I don't think this will fall into the political landscape, but it does have some political tones in it if somebody really wanted to go into that direction. But um, Breonna Stewart of the New York Liberty, she said that Tuesday. She said on Tuesday that her wife received a threatening anti-gay email following the New York Liberty's loss to the Minnesota Lynx after Game 1 of the finals. And in Game 1, Breonna Stewart had a chance to win the game for the New York Liberty Bippities, as I call them, and missed both free throws and missed a shot in overtime, which would have, I believe it was to send it to a second overtime. So, some of the stuff from Sunday's a little foggy to me. But so she said, myself and the family, we're doing okay. We're taking the proper precautions, and rightfully so. And, they were Stewart reported to Liberty. Her wife Maria reported to the police. Um, and for her wife, Brianna said that I think it was terrifying to her. With the spotlight on the file and something like that, they said it makes the most sense to file something formal, according to Stewart. And and you got to do what you got to do to let it be known that this stuff happens, because what, it's not fair that they have to go through that. They missed a couple of shots, and hopefully, and here's the thing that I'm hoping for, because I am hoping that this idiot, and that's what they are, idiots, I could say worse, I'm hoping that this idiot used their regular email and not some made up email that actually takes time to put together and see, like, well, let me see if this name works. Let me see if this name's available. Stuff like that. I have problems with certain people, for being, for just being an idiot. I couldn't care less if you're a woman that likes a woman, or a man that likes a man, or a woman that's bi, or, I don't even care, truthfully, I don't even care about your pronouns, because you know what, when it comes to the pronouns, if I mess up, okay, I'll correct it. You know, I'm not the type of person that's going to put he, him on my forehead. And I know I have a big forehead, but, the thing is, with something like that, with he, him, he, she, whatever, there's a way of handling it. And you know what? If you don't know and you weren't covered on that they want to be they, them, if you're not covered on it, you say, I'm sorry, I'll make a note of it, and I will try to do better next time. That's all you got to do. But, it's just like anything else. If you, like I tell you guys about little things that go on in my life, and the things I tell you on here, I'm up for constructive criticism. If I could have done something better, yeah. Like, for example, even though Chef Tom was busting my balls about this, I do have to fix that. So I do have to, you know blur my backgrounds or something like that. That's fine. There's something like that. That's a funny joke. I don't have a problem with that. It's just that, when you bring personal things aside, personal things to the issue, no, that's where I draw the line. And I'm hoping that this clown or clowns that sent these emails, first of all, how you got her email is another thing. So who knows how they got it? But then again, I think you can find it on the internet anyway. But you know, hopefully they get this clown, because you know what, it is. It was such a. I mean, it's such a stupid thing. And Brian, welcome in. Brian's one of my mods, uh, and I'll tell you, I'm just so you know, you know. I mean, the way that I am, I might have been like ew years ago when something like years ago, women dating women, men dating men, But after a while, it's like, who cares? You know. Now you're and what's worse is you're attacking the significant other. Now, if especially if it is specifically because of her missing free throws, yeah, I'd like to see you make a free throw in a high pressure moment like that. We're all human. We're gonna fuck up, but that's as much I don't like the fact that the Phillies lost to the Mets, and also the fact that the Phillies, you know, the Phillies just did not hit the entire series. And kudos to the Mets for pitching like crazy. But you know what? I'm not going to say ship. I'm not going to say ship SJ to Minnesota. Well, maybe to Vegas with me, but not to Minnesota. But seriously, you know, but I'm just I mean something like this. I just think you got to be an idiot, a fucking idiot to do something like this. And I'll tell you what. I hope they find this guy or girl. I'm guessing it's a guy because it was there was homophobic tones to this email. You know what? I hope they get this guy, and I hope he was dumb enough to use his regular email that it would trace back. But you could probably still trace it to the IP address and something like that. And SJ says the Liberty game was crazy. Yes, it was. Um, uh, Anything as long as it's not the Mets. You know. Uh, and of course, I do not have the. Okay, so I see. The thing is, when I'm on my EV Mux here, streaming out to both both YouTubes, my Twitch and my X, um, um, when anybody um, uses an emote, I'm not going to see it, and you guys won't see it. At least on this platform. If I had Twitch in the background, it will show up. But the fact that this is not Twitch itself that I'm streaming from to get to Twitch, then that's something different. But so if you see anything like that, it's just the code that SJ has on her page to use Aaron Judge. So and Judge did have a big 2-run homer, and they're starting to bash the ball a little bit, but it's getting colder, and you might have to go to LA, and those night games the ball doesn't fly as much out there at Chavez Ravine, but that's just me. So, um, but um, and I know this for a fact: SJ does not trust Aaron fucking Boone. And the only person that can save Cleveland is Ricky Vaughn. So yeah, I agree. So, but going back here, all I have to say is, you know, you attack somebody who is innocent of all this, and just because she's married to her, that's a big no-no. I hope you get arrested because that was a scummy thing that you did, and I hope that you do rot for that. So, but um, so I mean, and this is in the WNBA, it's growing in popularity. They had huge ratings this year. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese bringing added eyes to the league, and also with everything going on with the league, SJ can attest to that. I mean, she's been at many New York Liberty Bibbity games in Brooklyn, um, and I will tell you one thing: it is an option to go to the games during the summer because, hey, do you want to sit in 95-degree heat watching a baseball game? No. Let's sit in the air conditioning. Let's watch a basketball game. Let's see Caitlin Clark score 40. Let's see Angel Reese get 35 rebounds in a game. Uh, but you get what I mean. So, but they do. You know, DeJounte Carrington, Angel Reese are among the players that said they've been receiving and of threatening messages. And the thing is, just stop. Just because they're female, um, SJ, you can fix that. Um, you can. Uh, we need to come up with a code word that's not pineapple. You can unpineapple that. You can uncore it, whatever. Uh, I gotta fix. I don't have allow on there yet. I do have. I sent you the picture the other day, SJ. I think you screen captured it off of Snapchat or last week. I don't know. I know I have that. And I have. Those are the two that I remember. Even I don't remember them because I set them up last week with one day, and I set up the basics. So, um, yeah. But that's something that I'll have to go back and see this weekend. So, try to keep it under 140 characters, I guess, or whatever the limit is. So, um, and also we got to get SJ back to streaming. Um, you know, just to give everybody that, just to have her say, "I'm back, motherfuckers." But yeah, so the one thing I will say is, you're a real man that if it was a man that did this, that sent this email, and hopefully hopefully they do end up catching this guy. They do arrest this person. I shouldn't necessarily say guy because, even though they said it was homophobic, still something that needs to be, that, unfortunately it's something we see in the society still in the 21st century. So, um, now I did tell you about Rebet earlier, and, blah, 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 the drill with that. Um, and SJ, that is available in Connecticut. I will talk to you later about that if you need me to, or if you just don't want to, then that's fine too. But we are helping a charity out with, and I will get the name of that charity for tomorrow's show because dumbass me, when I was modding the Bleacher Brothers show tonight on Twitch, I forgot to write it down. So, matter of fact, maybe on the Bleacher Brothers page here. So let me. Um, let me see here. Okay, it's part of the Dinosaur Bicycle Tour, but I have to watch it so I can get you the correct name of the charity. And the money that we get from signing up for Rebet will go to that charity. So I will get that name corrected tomorrow night. So, um, just give me a little bit of time for that, and I can get you more information on that tomorrow. So, So last story I had before the return to the stupid shit I saw segment, and this is a stupid haha funny that'll be coming up in a moment. But before that, it appears Russell Wilson may be starting this week. Not so sure about that, but hey, you signed him for a reason, I guess. Mike Tomlin believes in the old adage that you don't lose your starting job because of injury, but um, day after Mike Tomlin said he was in consideration to make his first start of the season, Russell Wilson took first team reps today. Teammates confirmed that. Um, Dan Moore, the left tackle, said he's been out there the past few weeks, so it's good getting him some first team reps. Um, During the open portion of the practice where video was allowed, Wilson was led off the rotation in individual drills in Justin Fields and Kyle Allen. So it looks like Russell Wilson will be a player, and those that have Justin Fields in fantasy, and I think I have him as a backup. Maybe time to stash him away, or maybe get a third quarterback if you have enough bench space on your team, or just say, you know what, I gotta cut the guy, which really sucks because but Russell Wilson, will see what you can do, and personally, I don't think he has it anymore, but we'll see. Maybe he resurrects his career in Pittsburgh, but um, so Tomlin didn't talk about the specific snap distributions. Um, it doesn't benefit us if we did that. Both guys were full participants. Blah blah blah. I'd like their participation. He's not saying who the starter is for Sunday night's game against the Jets. Any decisions at this point are made in house. I say go with Justin Fields, but you know you're not supposed to lose your starting job because of injury. At least you're not supposed to. But um, so if you guys have anything to add, feel free to do so. I will get to it in a moment here. I'm going to share my screen here because I want to share this here because I saw it on Instagram today, and I was laughing my ass off at this because um, this is definitely something that I still have PTSD over. Uh, Being at the Wells Fargo Center for Game 7 of the um, Eastern Conference semifinals a few years back, the 2021 playoffs, I think it was, because the playoffs didn't end till it was right before the Olympics, and Olympics were in 21. So I do want to share this here, and you're going to get a good laugh at this. Now, the Brooklyn Nets, they have a little game, and they have a free throw competition at the end of every practice in the style of a golf scoring system. A swish is -3 under par. And let me share my screen here. There you go. If it hits the rim that goes in, it's -2. It hits the backboard and in, -1. And if you miss, +1. Well, Finney Smith -21, Schroeder -20. Finney Smith -27, Schroeder -21. And you go all the way down to the bottom. Our boy Ben Simmons +11. You know what? Even though the Sixers traded James Harden away, just the fact that you got rid of Ben Simmons is a win for the Sixers in that trade. But oh my God. I mean, Ben Simmons, I don't know. And I think part of it is the fact that he just does not, like I said, the Brooklyn Nets, because they used to be owned by a Russian guy. If he he used to be owned by a Russian guy, so I call him the Nets. But anyways, Ben Simmons was +11, and you want to be minus in this competition, and he wasn't even close to the leaders there. So um, happy to say that Ben Simmons is not the Sixers' problem. So thank God. Yeah, trash. Yeah, I agree. Ben Simmons is trash, and he dated a Kardashian or two or whatever, whoever it was. But I think she realized that he had no NBA talent and said, "No, you're gone." So good for the Kardashians for once realizing that somebody was total trash. But um, so so just to let you guys know, Saturday is the um, also eligible, and I will finalize tomorrow what the track is going to be for Saturday. We'll be 10 to about 11. We may run over, we may run short. Depends on the number of races we look at. I don't even know what track we're looking at right now, but it's just that time of the year where a lot of tracks just aren't running big races. And if they do run, they run like state bred races. I know Remington Parkland, Oklahoma has a big night on Friday night. Of course, it's Friday night, not Saturday night. But we'll be looking at a couple different, couple at least three races on Saturday, and I'll give you my picks. AJ, if he's on the show, or Frank, we'll be joking around, like we always do. A little bit of immaturity, but also some picks, and hopefully get some winners because I have been ice cold, and I barely missed on a winner today on my article. Typical stuff for yours truly. But so that'll be Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific on the Bleacher Brothers platforms. If I remember, we will also add my Twitch as well, and if not, follow Bleacher Brothers on YouTube, on X, on. Do I have a Bleacher Brothers? Uh, no, I don't. Okay, so that's another thing I need to work on. Also, figure out what the all those ones I had so far. But I do have the Bleacher Brothers hat. I don't know. Don't mind me. It's been one of those days, and also the fact that it is a full moon tomorrow, and everybody was off their rocker, and just one of those days. And SJ saw a comment from me that I would rather talk to the wall. I think I would have a better conversation with the wall with some of the people I was dealing with today. But that's the way it goes every once in a while. So, um, but it looks like the Dodgers are going to go up 2-1, and Dodgers pitching has really stepped up because I think that, if I'm not mistaken, the pitching was their weakness, but they have stepped up when the games have meant more. They had a 33 innings, 32 innings scoreless streak, which I helped the break. I was tweeting with um, Nick Hines, the Sarge from TVG/FanDuel TV, and he said, "How long will this last?" I said, "Yeah, I'll pull it up here so I can read it and maybe even share my screen with that here." Um, let me see here. I haven't tweeted that much over the last couple of days, so it won't be hard to find. Uh, Apparently, I found out that there is a sequel in the works for The Simpsons because somebody asked what movie deserve a sequel but never got one. I said the Simpsons movie because Maggie at the end of the movie, her first word is sequel. Um, let's see. Um, Here it is. Now I'm going to share my screen here because and this is just some of the weird stuff that I post from time to time, and Uh, Sarge said 33 scores innings. Does it continue? I said they have to give up a run sometime. So my thinking originally, as I said here, I meant it as in a few more innings, not a few pitches, because Lindor hit a home run first at bat of the game. So that's the stupid stuff that I say there. And everything that I have social media wise is Joe Quills. So, um, so yeah. So um, follow me on social media. Once again, I will put my socials the in on Twitch for you guys because it'll only work there. So as you can tell, I'm on X, Instagram, Threads, YouTube. I even have a TikTok, but that TikTok is specifically for clips. If somebody clips something that's funny and I actually find it funny after the fact, I will post something. So I will share something on there because I'm not going to be a person that's going to dance because trust me, I cannot dance to save my life. And I don't care what SJ says, you're not going to get me to dance. Sorry, uh, but but I just have fun with everything. And if it's something that's a joke that can draw some eyes to this, then yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. So, but like for example, Tom asked if that was a pharmacy on behind me, and yeah, it is. But it isn't. It's just the way that I take my pills in the morning. But I'm okay with that. So, anybody have anything to add here tonight? Anything they want to talk about? And like I said, this was just going to be a fast stream because of the fact that everything was running behind schedule tonight, and I've been starting to stream onto the Bleacher Brothers YouTube as well. Um, oh, do want to tell you about my breaking news here. And this was mentioned last night, but I know that there's a couple of people that weren't watching, at least not known. Um, I am off both November 1st and 2nd. What's the significance of that? No, it's not because it's All Saints and All Souls Day. The Breeders' Cup will be running that Friday and Saturday at Del Mar, and I will be at least sidecasting those 13, 14 races, five on Friday, which is all juvenile races, and Saturday, which will be the remaining 8 or 9 races on the card. Um, it is obviously it's in California, so we have a later start there. So we still have 2 weeks to figure things out here, but we will be doing shows on Friday and Saturday. Platforms and everything is yet to be determined. The times are yet to be determined as well, but be on the lookout for that. And I will be promoting that over the next 2 weeks on Bleacher Brothers, on the Bleacher Brothers website, specifically my articles and everything else. So, but the first and the second will be heavy Breeders' Cup, also eligible. However, we're going to brand it as well. But we're going to go where the turf meets the surf at Old Del Mar for those 2 days. So, and who knows, maybe even I give SJ a winner or two because, anything I can do to help her out. But, it's, we're just having fun here, and I'm rambling like I always do at the end of a stream here. Um, so, like I said, it's a short stream tonight. And we'll be back tomorrow at our usual 9 p.m. time. Wednesdays, we start at 10 usually, but we just started late tonight because, and I'll get you that charity as well so that when you, or if you sign up for Rebet, that money that we normally get for a new member signing up, it will go directly to that charity. So, and I will get the name of that charity tomorrow. So, So that is going to be it for now. SJ, Voltaire, Chef Tom. We had viewers from a couple of different spots here. Voltaire, Chef Tom. I think that's everybody. And anybody who's watching that was lurking in the background and didn't say hello. Oh, Brian was here tonight as well. Brian's here tonight. So, you know, just a quickie show. Sometimes a quickie is good. And, you know, we'll do it live again tomorrow. Whoops. Oh, Bank Boy. Yeah. See, that's what I mean. Sometimes there's people lurking in the background. You know, how can I forget Bank Boy? He's watching as well. And, you know, I can't forget Bank Boy. He's good people as well. And that's the one thing. If you are good people, I am going to promote the living shit out of you. So, you know, Voltaire, Chef Tom, Bank Boy, SJ, Brian is watching as well. And, you know, I don't care. You're good people. You're going to get promoted. You know, whether you're just someone who watches or somebody that actually streams as well. So, but yeah, quick show tonight. You know, just to do my Wednesday show and hopefully get the numbers up as well because I am trying to get affiliates. So, let people know about the show and we're going to have some fun with this and hopefully we'll have more fun tomorrow night because there's actually two baseball games tomorrow and maybe we'll see that Cleveland sucks or Cleveland rocks. But either way, that's going to be it for now. I do appreciate everybody stopping in here and do it live again tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern. Have a great night, everybody. See you tomorrow.